Hey everybody, Jorge here, reviewing three this big volumes of Dragon Ball. So this is the first cover. I'll let you appreciate the covers. Second cover is my favorite. It has the dragon, Shenron. And the third one. Oh, this is the first one. I went backwards. First and third are backwards. This is the first one. Yeah. So what did I think? So one of the advantages of buying a this big volume edition is over reading it online is that you get the color pages. I don't think you can find color pages online, and this one has color pages. Aside from that, the text is really big, so you can. I have bad eyesight, so this is really good for me because I'm able to read the page comfortably. Um, as for the actual manga, I thought it was really interesting. I thought it was a little simplistic. You know, oh, bad guys, they're coming. We must fight them. Rar. Um, yeah, so I thought it was a little simplistic, but like at the same time, you gotta take into account that in that time, I don't think Japanese manga had seen this. This is like the beginning of battle manga, of shonen manga, really. Well, not shonen manga, but you know, because we have Astro Boy. But this like battle manga is very. I think it was new at the time. This is done. This is a new thing that he was doing. This was done in the 90s, I believe. So I thought, you know, that because it was done in the 90s, this was fairly new. I mean, manga has been around for like 40 years in that time, since like the 60s and 50s. But since Osamu Tezuka and like, you know Gekiga, so there was that going for it. But um, I thought, you know, this wasn't as burnt out. You know, this is a formula. This has got the manga got adapted into like this formulaic approach to excuse me, like this became a very like a formula for other manga artists to follow. And this was new at the time. This was a new type of manga, so for them it was new. But now, as you know, I've seen so much anime, I've seen so much manga that um, you can't say that this isn't a little generic. So this was a little generic. This was a little simple. This wasn't new to me, but some of the stuff was. Well, actually, not much. Not much of it was actually. But I didn't mind it because I could still appreciate it. I could see how Dragon Ball Z. You know, I had already seen Dragon Ball Z, so this is not his style is not new to me. So, um, it it's the birth of Dragon Ball Z. This is the beginning of Dragon Ball. So, you know, it's only to be expected that it's a lot like Dragon Ball Z, and it is. It's a little not, you know, the fights are not so. I've read Dragon Ball Z manga and I've seen the anime, but strictly regarding manga, I've read Dragon Ball Z manga, and this is a lot. It's a little more sophisticated. This is a little more childish. This is more aimed at children. But the cool thing about manga is that it transcends age. You know, it transcends audiences. You know, intended audiences. So even though it's aimed at children, adults can also enjoy it. And um, I thought, you know, I like the fights. It's comedic. It has a lot of jokes. Um, yeah, it has a lot of jokes, and this each one has 3 volumes of Dragon Ball in it. So I've read 9 volumes of it now, and I gotta say it was good. I liked it. It took me a little while to finish reading the third one. I just got caught up with reading other stuff, but Um, yeah, I thought that this was good. I thought it was, the birth of Dragon Ball. It was the beginning. It was a little innocent. He became more experienced as the manga evolves. So does the artist. I thought so. He grew with the art. Sometimes it happens. Like for example, I think Sandman. Uh, the writing really takes off after a certain amount of issues. It doesn't start off good. It gets good, but it doesn't start off good. And this one I thought, um, I just thought it was, I thought it started off good and it was consistent the whole way. I could tell how sometimes he was trying to just put in filler into the chapters because the demands. I really have a respect for manga artists because their formula for for pumping out a chapter of Dragon Ball each week is really magical almost because they work so hard and at the same time they work within the constraints of their medium. So he said in one of the interviews that I read in the third volume that there's like shadow playing or something like that, or foreshadowing or something. No, I don't know. It was a technique that he used that they were asking him why didn't he use, and he said it because it takes too much work. And after reading A Drifting Life by I forgot what his name is now, but um, Yoshihara, I think, something like that, and I really come to appreciate. I really appreciate manga now after I read that one memoir. It was really good, and it's called The Drifting Life. So check it out if you want. And it came back. It came out a few years ago. He's credited with creating the Gekiga movement, which is this like very gritty manga style, and yeah. So you get to see how sometimes like each frame is like very important and you see it and it's all about keeping the reader's attention and it's intended for young children, so you have to aim at your age bracket and you really have to nail it and you have to deliver, and because you're always under pressure to create manga and to get good responses on your in your surveys. So um, I can see how all of that comes into play when you read a manga. And this manga does a good job of executing all of those things, all of those pressures that manga artists have. He does a good job of handling them. He handles them well, and the fights are good. Um, the fights are entertaining. It's quick paced, so it's like more bang for your buck. Like every chapter has to almost drastically advance the plot in some way. Not like the anime. Anime takes its time, and uh, the Dragon Ball Z is famous for that. That's why they created Dragon Ball Z Kai. Obviously, a lot of people know this already, but in the manga, you get it's like the Dragon Ball Z. It's like Dragon Ball Kai, if you will. So yeah, that's my review. Thanks for watching. I ordered the other two volumes or two other this big volumes that I have that I ordered. So I'm gonna be reading those, and then I'm gonna be reviewing those. I'm gonna finish my review of the entire Dragon Ball series as a whole, and let you know what I think. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe.